Seniors, this oil improves blood flow in your legs fast. Dr. James Caldwell. I'm Dr. James Caldwell, and if you've been noticing dizziness whenever you stand up, feet that feel icy cold no matter how warm the room gets, or legs that feel unusually heavy by evening, please don't brush these symptoms aside. These aren't just regular signs of getting older. They're actually your blood vessels sending you an urgent signal that something needs attention. What I'm about to share with you today are 7 oils backed by research that can help clean out your arteries and naturally improve how blood moves through your body. Now, here's something most physicians aren't going to mention to you. There are 2 particular oils that, when you use them together first thing in the morning, work in a way where one actually multiplies the circulation benefits of the other several times over. This creates a synergy that can transform your vascular health much faster than if you used either one alone. And the best part? These are oils you can find in stores right now that have the potential to really change things for you. Before we go any further, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because every week I'm bringing you health information that could genuinely save your life. Now, if you're currently dealing with circulation problems, go ahead and type A1 in the comments. If you're here more for prevention, type 0. Here's the thing about poor circulation. It doesn't just show up out of nowhere. It builds up gradually as inflammation starts accumulating on the inside of your arteries and your blood flow slowly becomes less efficient. When your brain, heart, or legs aren't getting enough oxygen and nutrients, your body lets you know through fatigue, numbness, cold hands and feet, and that mental fogginess that's hard to shake. The really good news here is that none of this is permanent. Research is showing us that certain natural fats, particularly specific types of cooking oils, have the ability to reduce inflammation, protect the delicate lining of your blood vessels, and help your blood flow more smoothly. This is really important to understand because for many years, people were told that all fats were bad for you. A lot of folks ended up switching to highly processed vegetable oils without understanding that those choices might actually be making inflammation worse and causing their arteries to become stiffer over time. The truth is, what we choose to eat every single day is quietly influencing our circulation, either supporting our blood vessels so they can relax properly, or slowly pushing them toward damage. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 oils that scientific studies have connected to healthier arteries and improved circulation, and I'm going to give you clear instructions on how to use them the right way. We're also going to have an honest conversation about certain oils that might seem harmless, but could actually be working against your heart health and blood flow. Let's jump in with number 7, which is sesame oil. This one might catch some of you off guard because it's been quietly used for hundreds of years, but often gets forgotten about. What sets sesame oil apart is its distinct antioxidant makeup, particularly compounds called sesamin and sesamolin, which work to shield your blood vessels from oxidative stress. These antioxidants contribute to healthier blood pressure levels and help reduce the kind of low-grade inflammation inside your arterial walls that's often one of the earliest triggers for plaque to start forming. When we look at circulation specifically, sesame oil helps protect the endothelium, that delicate inner layer of your blood vessels that determines how well your arteries can relax and tighten up when needed. When this layer stays protected, blood is able to move more smoothly, getting oxygen delivered more efficiently to your brain, your heart, and your legs. Another thing that makes sesame oil useful is that it holds up fairly well to heat. This means you can use it for light sautéing or gentle cooking without it breaking down into harmful substances as quickly as certain other oils might. That said, moderation is really key here. Sesame oil is still a concentrated source of fat, and if you use too much of it, you're adding unnecessary calories, and it could actually throw off your lipid balance, especially if you're already dealing with high triglycerides or cholesterol concerns. For most people, particularly those who are focused on circulation health, keeping it to 1 or 2 tablespoons daily is a sensible limit. When you use sesame oil thoughtfully, it can definitely support your vascular health, but it works best when it's part of a well-rounded eating pattern rather than something you rely on heavily every day. Number 6 on our list is avocado oil. This is actually one I recommend quite often because it fits so naturally into a lifestyle that's friendly to your heart and circulation. Avocado oil is loaded with omega-9 fatty acids, especially oleic acid, which research has consistently tied to better cholesterol balance. When oleic acid takes the place of refined carbs or damaged fats in what you're eating, your LDL cholesterol tends to drop while your protective HDL cholesterol stays better preserved. This change really matters because it directly cuts down on the conditions that lead to plaque buildup and narrowing of your arteries. Another thing that makes avocado oil stand out is how well it handles heat. A lot of people are looking for a healthy oil, but they also need something that's actually practical for everyday cooking. Avocado oil can take higher temperatures without falling apart into inflammatory compounds, which makes it a safer choice for sautéing, roasting, or even a little bit of pan searing. That stability not only protects the oil itself, but it also protects your blood vessels from oxidative damage. From a metabolic standpoint, avocado oil is especially beneficial for folks dealing with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. When your blood sugar stays steady and you're getting healthier fats, they work together to bring down vascular inflammation. Go ahead and comment avocado if you're planning to give this oil a try this week. At number 5, we've got virgin coconut oil. This is one that tends to create a lot of confusion because it acts very differently from most other fats out there. Virgin coconut oil is packed with medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs, which your liver processes quickly rather than easily storing them away as body fat. These fats get converted into energy pretty rapidly. From a circulation perspective, this is significant because when you have excess stored fat and insulin resistance, they're closely tied to vascular inflammation and the buildup of plaque. What's particularly interesting from a scientific angle is the way virgin coconut oil affects how cholesterol moves through your body. Multiple studies indicate that when it's used in small, controlled amounts, it can actually increase your HDL cholesterol, which people often call the good cholesterol. HDL has a crucial job in something called reverse cholesterol transport, meaning it helps move excess LDL cholesterol away from your arterial walls and brings it back to your liver for processing. This process supports cleaner, more flexible blood vessels as time goes on. Another benefit is its stability. Virgin coconut oil is extremely resistant to breaking down when it's heated, which means it's less likely to create harmful compounds during cooking compared to a lot of refined vegetable oils. That being said, this doesn't mean you should use more just because it's stable. It's still high in saturated fat. The amount matters. For most adults who are focused on heart and circulation health, keeping your intake to around 1 tablespoon per day is a reasonable guideline. At number 4, we're looking at black garlic oil. And this is a really fascinating case of how processing food in the right way can actually boost its health benefits. Black garlic gets made by slowly aging fresh garlic under carefully controlled heat and humidity, and this process dramatically increases how much antioxidant power it has. One of the main compounds that forms during this aging is called S-allylcysteine. From a vascular science viewpoint, this compound is really powerful because it helps neutralize oxidative stress happening inside your blood vessels, which is a major factor in arterial damage and plaque development. What's especially impressive about black garlic oil is that its benefits go beyond just being an antioxidant. Research is suggesting it can help bring down your LDL cholesterol while also supporting mild vasodilation, which means it encourages your blood vessels to relax just enough to boost circulation. This can mean better blood flow getting to your brain and your extremities, particularly for people who are already experiencing cold hands, cold feet, or that heavy feeling in their legs. Because it's so concentrated, black garlic oil works best when you use it more like a functional add-on rather than your main cooking oil. Mixing a little bit into your salad dressings or using it more like a supplement lets you get those circulation-boosting benefits without it taking over your whole diet. Number 3 is flaxseed oil. This is one of the most powerful plant-based oils you can find when we're talking about vascular health. Flaxseed oil is actually the richest natural source of alpha-linolenic acid, which is a type of omega-3 that has a really important role in calming down inflammation throughout your entire body. That chronic inflammation inside your arterial walls is one of the main reasons blood vessels get stiff and start losing their ability to control blood flow smoothly. From a circulatory science perspective, the omega-3 fatty acids you get from flaxseed oil help protect your endothelium, that thin inner lining of your blood vessels that manages clotting and how tight or relaxed your vessels are. When this lining stays healthy, your risk of abnormal blood clots goes down, and your blood can move more freely without running into unnecessary resistance. This becomes especially important if you're worried about stroke risk, circulation in your legs, or early warning signs of atherosclerosis. However, You've got to be careful with how you use flaxseed oil. It's extremely sensitive to heat, and if you cook with it, you'll destroy those beneficial fats and might even create harmful compounds in the process. That's why it should always be used cold. Stirring it into yogurt, adding it to salad dressings, or blending it into smoothies is the perfect way to keep those anti-inflammatory and circulation-supporting properties intact while safely working it into your daily meals. Go ahead and hit that like button if this information is helping you get a better understanding of circulation. At number 2 is extra virgin olive oil, which people often call EVU. This is one of the most thoroughly researched fats in all of cardiovascular science. Large studies looking at entire populations in clinical trials have consistently shown that people who use extra virgin olive oil every day have a dramatically lower risk of heart disease, in some cases by as much as 40%. What makes EVU special isn't just the type of fat it contains, but also its high level of polyphenols, which are natural compounds that actively fight inflammation inside your blood vessels. These polyphenols work to protect your LDL cholesterol from becoming oxidized, which is a really important step in stopping plaque from building up. When LDL stays in a less reactive state, it's much less likely to attach itself to your arterial walls. Extra virgin olive oil also helps create a healthier overall lipid balance, bringing down your total cholesterol while keeping your HDL preserved over time. This sets up an environment where your arteries can stay more flexible and responsive. Another great thing about it is how versatile it is. EVO can be used for light cooking without losing what makes it protective, but it really works best when you use it raw. Drizzling it over your vegetables, mixing it with lemon juice for a quick dressing, or adding it at the very end of cooking helps keep those delicate antioxidants intact. For most adults who are concentrating on circulation and heart health, 1 to 2 tablespoons each day is plenty to see real benefits. Being consistent with it matters way more than how much you're using. At number 1, we're not looking at just one oil, but actually a smart pairing. And this is where nutrition really becomes strategic. When you combine chia seed oil with extra virgin olive oil, something really powerful starts happening inside your blood vessels. You're bringing together two different but complementary actions. Chia seed oil gives you a concentrated dose of plant-based omega-3, while olive oil brings in polyphenols that actively protect and soften your arterial walls. When you use them together, they create this double effect that supports cleaner, more flexible, and more responsive blood vessels. From a biological perspective, this combination is working on several layers of circulation health at once. The omega-3 fatty acids from chia oil calm down inflammation inside your vessel walls and help reduce how thick your blood is, meaning it flows more easily. At the same time, those polyphenols in olive oil are protecting your endothelial cells and supporting nitric oxide signaling, which lets your arteries gently widen and contract whenever they need to. This becomes especially important for people over 60, where vessels tend to lose their elasticity and circulation to the arms and legs often starts declining. What I really like about this approach is how simple and practical it is. 1 teaspoon of chia seed oil mixed with 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, stirred into some warm water with a few drops of lemon, creates this gentle morning routine. The warm water helps your body absorb it better, while the lemon supports your digestion and adds a little extra antioxidant support. From a clinical standpoint, this combination is especially helpful for older adults who are noticing cold hands or feet, tired legs, or early signs that blood flow to their extremities is slowing down. When you use it regularly, it supports smoother circulation without putting any stress on your system. This really shows us that the right pairing can end up being more powerful than any single ingredient on its own. Now, let's talk about using these oils the right way, because this is where a lot of good intentions end up going off track. Even the absolute best oils can lose their benefits if you expose them to too much heat. Frying at high temperatures causes oxidation. And once an oil gets oxidized,